Writing as a form of protest. Writing as a form of protest means that a person does not have to stand in the streets to write, to protest. The person can just write, and which emphasizes the old age saying that the pen is mightier than the sword. You don't have to stand in the street to fight, you can just write. And that is what happens in Someone Better Than Broken by Ama Asantewa Diaka. I really hope I got the pronunciation correct. I really hope so. So, hi, I'm Roving. Welcome to Roving True Books. And today I'll be reviewing Someone Better Than Broken by Ama Asantewa Diaka. This is a collection of short stories, and they are based in Ghana. Like, that is the location of the story, Ghana. And for the first time, I am introduced again, not for the first time, I am introduced again to how similar our cultures are, how similar our leadership is. So, a while back, when we were protesting of an event that happened in Nigeria, a popular Nigerian content creator who no longer resides in Nigeria said that, oh, this kind of thing cannot happen in Ghana, blah, blah, blah. And to an extent, I was starting to think that, is Ghana like a place of milk and honey? Because these things that you're saying about Ghana is entering my eye, like it's really entering my eye. I think I want to go there. Then you'll see other Nigerian content creators talking about their visits to other African countries, and how when you visit other African countries, you understand how much of a problem we're in Nigeria, because why is our life like this and why is their life like that? Like there is a huge disparity. But when I read Someone Better Than Broken, I realized that yes, these disparities may exist, but there are also some similarities. And one of them that I saw in the book is poor power supply. Power supply is very important to your life as a human being. Okay, let me talk about my experience. I don't know how I'm pushing through, honestly, because there's so many days there's no light. Like my phone is right now, as I'm recording, there is no light to record. So I'm trying my best to position myself in front of natural light as much as I can. That's one. Two, my battery is low. I don't know how long this is going to last me. It sounds very pathetic, but that is the life of the average Nigerian. And you see that these are like they sound like very little things, but in the end, can you see? You cannot really see my face, right? It's because of NEPA. So in this collection of stories, we witness a particular person who owned a frozen food store, and how she had to close it down because there was no lights, and then most of the produce spoiled, and they were so bad that street dogs could not eat it. Now let me pause. Do you know what street dogs are? Like, do you know what street dogs are? Street dogs are animals that find their food from the streets, from the dustbin, from different silly places, and they could not eat the meat, the produce that was in this woman's freezer, because it had gone that bad. Can you imagine the loss? Can you imagine the loss? And this is something that happened in Ghana. And as I'm saying it, I know that it has happened in Nigeria countless times. Countless times. In fact, there are sometimes you go to buy something in the market, frozen food, and when you look at it, you're like, Chai, this is not life that I'm living. It's not life, because why are you eat you pay for something, frozen food, and there's some frozen food you pay for, and you just look at it like, this is not life. This is not food. This should not this should not exist. This should be thrown away. But sometimes you don't really have a choice, so you just accept it like that and collect your life and be going, because by the time they bring the one that is actually good, you realize that it is out of your purchasing power. And we see that, not that particular thing, but we see that it's something that happens. How the business owner feels, because there's there's loss. You must have paid for rent, you must have bought freezers, you must have done a lot of things, even if you don't have staff, even if it is a business you are running by yourself. These are losses that you would have encountered if you had gone into the business like that, simply because there is no power supply. Now, what makes this funny is that in Nigeria is that our government, if I don't laugh, I'll cry. I'm very serious. If I don't laugh, I'll cry. Our government is a wonderful government. By wonderful, I mean our government doesn't use our light supply. They're using solar. Like, laugh at me. I know, laugh at me. I deserve to be laughed at because I'm Nigerian. I know. Because what do you mean that as the seat of power, you do not rely on the power that your country is producing enough so much so that you are using? Do you realize how incredulous that sounds? If it's like, oh, you probably want to use it as backup, which also sounds incredulous by the way, because you should be producing 247 power supply in 2026. You should be producing 247 power supply in 2026. If that's still a little bit, we can still work around that. But full dependence on solar was just so. I was like, people do not rate us at all. And that's the kind of power supply we are using. I've talked so much about power supply. I'm very sorry. It's just coming from a place of pain. I wish I was joking, but it's coming from a place of pain. Another thing someone better than Broken talks about. So the stories are interconnected, and you see that, oh, this person that featured in a story is featuring later on, and it makes it flow like a very beautiful narrative. So it's like, I'm learning more about this person, and oh, I know why this person acted this way or something, and it all makes sense. It all glues together. It's fits right, and that's why I really like this collection. Like there was no, I don't think I fell sleepy when I read it, even though I was really tired. But it was just, there's some beautiful stories you read that just keep you glued to the pages, and that's how this felt like. It was a beautiful experience. Her writing is beautiful, very beautiful, because I honestly, it's very beautiful writing. It makes you realize that, oh, well, first of, like I said earlier on, we're not so different. There's a line that I really loved from the book, and I made a quote out of it. Like, before I wanted to save my country, now I want to be saved from my country. And it is something I see. When I read that line, I don't know how to explain it to you people, because I was like, someone has said how I felt in words that I could not have said. Because I'm not going to lie to people. I need to be rescued from Nigeria. I'm not joking. Okay, I'm going to put a serious face on, because it is the truth. I need to be rescued from Nigeria. Nigeria is dealing with my mental health terribly, terribly, because I don't know where to start. Like, this is not supposed to be a rant. This is supposed to be a book review, but it's looking like it's moving into a rant, and I'll stop that. But Nigeria is doing a lot, and when I saw that, I was like, sister, like mine too. Like, we're thinking the same thing, and yeah, I really like that. So there is something about her writing that just makes you think, very introspective. There's a part where she talked about love and absolutism, and I used to be like, all this big big English, I don't like it. But I got to understand what she was saying, because the person did have a point. The story did have a point where, oh, if we think love is good, then love should be absolutely good. And it just raised so many questions in my head. And yeah. So I highly recommend Someone Better Than Brooklyn. It's a very beautiful collection of stories, and if you want to learn more about Ghanaian names like Kekeli, I'm sorry if I ruined your pronunciation. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's not intentional. If you want to learn more about Ghana, places in Ghana, you know, this is a very good read. I fully recommend it with my full chest. I stand behind my recommendation. Yes, that's all from me. Bye. See you.